what Diddy was about, and they were about the same thing, and that's why they're quiet. That's why J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
J-Lo testified at the grand jury, as did many other people. It needs to be reopened, because if that is in fact the case, she carried the gun in and she lied to the grand jury.
Crying a lot. She was a mess. Probably what was going through her mind is her career flashing before her eyes.
G is freaking out right now after finding out the FBI allegedly has some incriminating videos of her that they got while raiding Diddy's house. Not only that, J-Lo might also be facing legal trouble because she lied back in 1999 to help Diddy avoid jail time. Y'all, this whole story is insane, so hold on to your seats. And let me tell you why J-Lo is regretting the day she ever crossed paths with Diddy. Now we are all aware of the whirlwind romance that J-Lo and Diddy had back in the day. There was no bigger than Diddy back then. At the same time, G was the hottest upcoming star. Everything she touched turned into Hollywood gold, whether it be TV shows or music. She was a fast-rising star, so it didn't come as a surprise when she and Diddy came together to work on her album on the 6th. While working on her album, J-Lo's first marriage had just ended, and it seemed like Diddy saw his chance. According to Diddy, it was love at first sight when he met J-Lo. However, J-Lo took some time to warm up to Diddy. Reportedly, J-Lo wasn't initially impressed by Diddy's bad boy antics, but the more they spent time together and got to know each other, the more J-Lo started warming up to Diddy. Now, when award season came by, J-Lo and Diddy made their relationship official, and the whole world went crazy. Diddy, a bad boy rapper, and Jenny from the block. It seemed odd, but people loved it anyways. Their relationship quickly went sour, and the two were caught up in all sorts of drama after they broke up. J-Lo talked to Vibe magazine and details the hard times she faced while dating Diddy. Although J-Lo never caught him, she was convinced that Diddy was a serial cheater. Their relationship was so toxic that J-Lo at times had to go out and hunt down Diddy. She even admitted it in the Vibe interview from 2003, saying, "I was in this relationship with Puff where I was totally crying crazy and going nuts. It really took my whole life in a tailspin." When asked about hunting Diddy down in hotel rooms, she said, "I can't remember right now, but I won't say it didn't happen. I never caught him, but I just knew he'd say he was going to a club for a couple of hours and then never come back that night." Y'all, allegedly Diddy cheated on J-Lo so much that one time he did it while she was upstairs. The worst thing is that during this particular incident, Joe had thrown him a huge party and had done all sorts of thoughtful things.
It just came from Jennifer had just gave him this hell of a day. I mean, like, we went to the Miami Hurricanes game. Was it? Yeah, we went to Miami State Hurricane. We was on the field while they were playing and stuff. And he gave him a party at 321 in Miami. She rented a club, gave him a party, gave him this big backyard party, dinner and everything like that. Then gave him a party at the club.
Although their relationship ended over 20 years ago, the events that led to Diddy and J-Lo's arrest in 1999 might be coming back to haunt J-Lo today. Now, for those who don't remember, back in December 1999, J-Lo and Diddy were caught up in a police chase that saw the both of them getting arrested. You see, just moments before the infamous police chase, Diddy and J-Lo were in a club where allegedly Diddy got into an altercation and ended up using a weapon that he made Joe see for him, and 3 people ended up getting seriously injured. J-Lo was quickly released from jail after the incident.
Before 3 a.m., someone tossed a wad of cash at Combs as a sign of disrespect. Suddenly, all hell broke loose.
And at some point, one of those people in that group fired off guns and other guns.
Diddy, on the other hand, had a lot of charges against him, so he allegedly tried to bribe his driver with 50 grand to take the fall for everything that happened that night. Y'all, when the case finally went to court, Diddy got acquitted of all charges, but Moses Shine, one of the guys with Diddy that day, ended up taking the fall for the incident in the club that night, and he went to prison now for years. Natana, one of the people who got injured in the nightclub altercation, has been saying that she saw Diddy pull out a weapon that night and he used it on her.
I mean, I think you even said it to the doctor that night, right?
I said it immediately. I literally watched them pull out the guns. I've had a clear point of view. I mean, for God's sake, I got shot in my nose. I was facing them directly. I watched everything occur and have described it, vehemently to all parties involved.
But according to Natana, when J-Lo took the stand in court, she lied about what really went down. According to Nat, J-Lo lied about what she saw and even failed to mention the fact that Diddy allegedly forced her to carry the weapon into the club. In a recent interview with Chris Cuomo. Suge Knight also claimed that he knows that J.Lo lied that fateful night. Now here is where things start getting tricky for J.Lo. According to Suge, not only is he certain that J.Lo lied in court to save Diddy from going to prison, but allegedly the police found some seriously compromising videos of J.Lo after they raided Diddy's house. Now, Suge didn't exactly elaborate on what was on these tapes, but he vaguely suggested that they were enough to get J.Lo seriously worried. Now, on top of that, Suge also claimed that the reason Ju's marriage to Ben got to an irreconcilable point was because Ben somehow became aware of what J.Lo and Diddy did, and how their lies led to Shine becoming the fall guy of the nightclub incident. Now, when Suge's interviews started going viral, people started saying this is it for J.Lo. Just take a look at some of these reactions. I think Joel's world is about to be upside down. I think she knows everything that went on. No questions asked. J.Lo nothing to explain. Americans are intelligent enough. Ben Affleck, your divorce was a good writ, man. Both of them had the biggest fallout in 2024. J.Lo divorced from Ben Affleck. Her tour got canceled. Her documentary showed her arrogancy. Diddy, well, where do I even begin? His freakouts, baby, all Cassie, and so many without messing with Diddy. She would have stayed on the block, but it came at a cost. Now you're going to answer for the woman that was shot and the man that was imprisoned. J.Lo was arrogant from day one. Poor Chris Jude. I believe he was paid to marry Jennifer and make all this bad publicity go away. I also believe he loved her very much. Ben was smart to get out when he did. Good luck to Jennifer. She is driven and has made it so far for her past to come back to smack her in the face. I just hope she hasn't done anything to get herself in trouble. I would hate to think she may have had something to do with a man spending a decade in prison when he didn't deserve it. Now, ever since Diddy got arrested, pictures of him and J.Lo in bed have started resurfacing, leading people to question what really went on in their relationship. However, one person who is happy with how things are turning out is Natania. She is glad that justice has caught up with Diddy, but Natania is somewhat sympathetic to J.Lo and how things went down all those years ago. According to her, she feels that J.Lo had to do what she had to do to protect herself from Diddy and his wrath. Now it seems Diddy is still haunting J.Lo to this day, because if rumors are to be believed, what happened with Diddy all those years ago played a huge part in ruining her marriage to Ben. Now J.Lo is having a terrible time because of it. Speaking to Nikki Glazer about life after her divorce, J.Lo said it feels lonely, unfamiliar, scary, it feels sad, it feels desperate. But when you sit in those feelings and go, these things are not going to kill me, it's like actually I am capable of joy and happiness all by myself. Being in a relationship doesn't define me. I can't be looking for happiness in other people. I have to have happiness within myself. I used to say I'm a happy person, but was still looking for something for somebody else to fill. And it's just like no one actually good. According to a source who spoke to People magazine, J.Lo didn't have a choice. She felt she had to because Ben wasn't going to change. Now, was this because of the Diddy stuff or the reports that came out a couple of weeks ago about how Ben didn't like how J.Lo was as a person? Apparently issues in their marriage started when J.Lo started ramping up her work commitments in preparation for her tour. Ben has reportedly been quite unhappy with all the public scrutiny that their relationship has been under of late because of J.Lo. You see, for her upcoming album, J.Lo decided to most of the songs on her romance with Ben, and it appears Ben isn't a huge fan of this. J.Lo even acknowledges this fact. Ben has been made a bit uneasy by all of this in her recent documentary, This Is Me Now, a Love Story. J.Lo said, I don't think he's very comfortable with me doing all of this, but he loves me. He knows I'm an artist, and he's going to support me in every way he can because he knows he can't stop me from making the music that I made and writing the words that I wrote. That's going to happen. And he doesn't want to stop me, but that doesn't mean he's comfortable being the muse anyways. There have also been rumors that J.Lo has been pushing Ben out of his comfort zone so he could fit a certain type of image that she has for him. Allegedly, J.Lo has encouraged Ben to get fillers so he could look a bit younger, and J.Lo reportedly justified this by telling Ben that a lot of his friends have fillers. Ben has also been rumored to be frustrated by J.Lo's attention-seeking antics in the media of late, and that has been a huge source of the rift in their marriage. But what do y'all think about this whole drama? Is J.Lo seriously going to be implicated by Diddy? When push comes to shove, let me know your opinions in the comments, and y'all should definitely stick around because this whole J.Lo and Diddy drama is about to get juicy.